Well, if you thought that keyblades are bizarre, and by the gods they are, here's a real-life curiosity from historical planet Earth that also combines a key with a weapon, a key gun. Yep, you heard me right, it's a key, but at the same time it's a firearm. So I suppose it unlocks not only doors, but also pain? These things were made from the 17th to mid-19th century, and the idea behind them is that the jailer would be most vulnerable when opening a door because, well, in order to unlock and open it, you need both hands, so you cannot hold a weapon at the same time. So you would load these things with a powder charge and lead ball, and, well, if the prisoner tries something funny, you could just, in theory, shoot them through the keyhole. Makes it sound kind of like a fun toy for sadistic jailers, but then again, I've never worked as a jailer. Maybe there is something that I'm simply not getting. So these things started out as rather crude, basically just a hollow key with a hole on the side, which acts as a vent hole. So they would ram a powder charge and lead ball down there, just like with a regular muzzleloader, and then the jailer would simply press a burning cigar against the vent hole. Which, to be fair, is quite a stylish way of discharging a firearm. Also seems a little decadent. But of course, it's not particularly practical or reliable. The next step up would be a matchlock version, which actually holds a burning match in place and has an actual trigger. Here's a modern reproduction gun key, and you can see the match there. So yes, definitely more sophisticated than just a cigar, but still not the most reliable thing in the world. A more elaborate version would have a flintlock, which of course is a lot more reliable. You don't have to make sure that the match keeps burning, and it's also a more reliable ignition mechanism. So it would just strike the flint against the frizzen, which causes sparks through the hole, and that ignites the powder charge, just like with any kind of flintlock firearm. And you have everything from very simplistic versions all the way up to refined, impressive craftsmanship with decoration and pretty sophisticated shape. I definitely wouldn't mind having one of those for the collection, just as a curiosity. How effective they were, well, I have my doubts. However, there is one version which actually does seem fairly practical to me, which is this one right here. This is a British-made percussion pistol key from the 1850s to 1860s. It has a 3-inch barrel in .45 caliber, so that is a substantially larger bullet. It would definitely be more effective than a .32 or even smaller in case of some of those keys. The barrel can even be screwed out of the frame for ease of loading, even though you could also load it like a standard muzzle loader from the front. And since it used percussion caps, it's of course a lot more reliable in its ignition than a cigar or a matchlock or a flintlock. But what I would like to see is the prison cell door that it unlocks. That must be one hell of a huge ass keyhole. So as you can see, even a few hundred years back in history, there was already a market for tactical guns, apparently. That'll teach those fiendish rapscallions.